Hello, welcome to Dementia Talks. I'm Ted Obenar. I'm your host and the author of Dementia Talks and Wandering Light, along with Christy Obenar. Christy joined us on our last podcast. I hope you enjoyed that. Working to get her on this channel, and we'll get that done soon. But today I wanted to pass along something that has been really working at my heart, and I wanted to share. And that is, how do we change our mental mindset? How do we go from being negative to positive and having a positive day? And I've talked about the importance of thankfulness and how that triggers positive thinking. But I want to talk about how what's in between that. And that term is called gratitude. And it sounds like thankfulness and gratitude are the same thing, but they're not. Gratitude, like faith, is thankfulness put into action. Faith put into action is what really makes faith, right? So faith is just thinking about it and talking about it, but when you put it into action, then you're really expressing your faith. Thankfulness, expressed in gratitude, is really what is about thankfulness, and its result is positive thinking. So let's talk about that, and here's kind of the news flash about all of that. Gratitude changes the very structure of your brain. Extensive studies have been shown that have proven beyond a doubt that the expression of gratitude does change the neural structures of your brain. Having positive emotions such as happiness, fulfillment, releases hormones that make you feel positive. Interestingly enough, Jesus mentioned this in the Sermon on the Mount. In Jewish terms, it was referred to as a bad eye versus a good eye. In the NIV, it calls it a healthy eye versus an unhealthy eye. So Jesus also mentioned in Matthew 6:22 that the eye is the lamp to the body. So what did he mean by that? Well, he meant that by understanding that eye, that perspective that the person has, the good eye or the bad eye, you can understand who that person is. A person that has a bad eye sees things negatively. It sees all the problems in the world. They see lack of resources, whereas a person with a good eye sees abundance. They see people that do good things. They see possibilities in people. They see the wonder around them, and they do it by expressing gratitude. So with that perspective in mind, the good eye versus the bad eye, many studies have suggested that gratitude actually activates the reward centers in the brain. The result is in changing the way we actually see the world and the people around us, and most importantly, ourselves. Want to live in the present? Well, here's how you do it. When we give thankfulness, when we either receive or give gratitude, our brain focuses on what we have now, something we would have ignored or forgotten otherwise. This brings a spotlight on the present and leads to mindfulness. When our focus moves to blessings and present moment, it triggers the transmitters like dopamine, serotonin, and norepinephrine. I probably said that wrong, but the American Journal of Medicine identifies these as the ones that control our emotions. They control fear, stress, and anxiety. So all of us are trying to control stress and anxiety and those kind of things. It doesn't just apply to people with dementia. And so the result, though, is if you do this, express gratitude, you'll increase your happiness, your motivation, and your contentment. And here's the other part, most mental issues are impacted by the inability to discard or move away from negative thinking. So we get caught in this spiral, this cycle of negative thinking. If you've ever been depressed or sad or angry, right? You know that that emotion is hard to break because it just spirals and spirals and spirals on itself. And it just makes the situation worse, right? You can't get it out of your head, or you can't get past the emotion. But here's how you break it. Thankfulness put into gratitude. So find something that you're thankful for. Express that gratitude. I don't just mean find something you're thankful for. You got to express that gratitude. And it not only forces your mind to be positive, but it breaks that sadness or that negative thinking cycle, right? So it's because you put action to the thought of thankfulness. There are studies that have shown that having a sense of gratitude works even when you don't share it. That would be like writing out a thank you letter for somebody that's done something for you and not putting it in the mail, right? But in my mind, you can do that and you can get the reward from it according to a number of studies. But why? Why would you do that? Why would you not send it to someone else? Because remember what we just said is receiving gratitude does the same thing. It brings you into the present or now, right? You never know when your expression of gratitude can change someone's day. If you send that letter, that thank you note, you never know how it's going to affect them. It can be also as simple as giving gratitude to a checkout clerk at Aldi. They're very efficient. You might walk up and they're just amazing to watch, and you tell them that they thank them for their efficiency, and it's one of the reasons that you like coming to that store or to Aldi or what have you. You don't know, they may have just had the worst possible customer in the world. They might have a terrible day. They might have kids at home that are sick. All the other challenges that people who work have. You can change their day with one simple action of gratitude. That action of gratitude may carry on to the rest of their day, may just change them their where they are for the moment, take them out of that negative cycle that was created by that prior customer, or it might carry on to their family and their kids, and who knows, it could change someone's life. It really can be that way. So the only challenge here is that this is not a magic elixir. This is not a once and done thing. You have to do it over and over. It has to become part of your personality to break the negative cycle. It is so hard to break that pattern. But once broken, then the more you see see things around you in people and things that you're thankful for, and you express that gratitude, the easier it is to be in a positive mindset, to be in the present, to keep your stress levels where they should be. And more importantly, it will affect others, and it will affect you both mentally, get this, physically as well. Not just the physical structure of the brain, but it will affect your physical life, your health of your body. So forget the silly games on your iPhone or your phone that says it'll improve your brain health. Practice thankfulness and gratitude and living positively if you want to really improve your health physically as well as mentally. And of course, change the lens that you see about the world, right? If you do these things, you will eventually have that good eye that Jesus was talking about. I hope you can see that today's discussion was not just about people with dementia. It's for everyone. It can change you. It can change how you affect others. And I really, really hope that you can share this with others, either through how you live or certainly share it on YouTube and Facebook. We are now available on a podcast of this, so you can share that podcast. We're also on the podcast are now on iTunes, and so we'll have those all up and running. They take a different format than a couple of the other loading up of the other podcast, so it takes a little bit more effort on my part, but we're willing to do that. I want to get the word out. We're putting the word out on Wandering Light website, on Dementia Talks channel, as well as Dementia Talks podcast, with the goal of hoping and praying that you will share this with others and ultimately have a very positive day. This is Ted, signing out, wishing you a great day.